Hey, what's up, everyone? Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. As you can see from the title of this video, I do want to go over some tweets that came out this week from Ashley Silva from the Love and Marriage DC cast. And of course, I want to also show you the trailer for the second half of their season 2, which is totally bananas. It definitely sounds like there has been some drama behind the scenes between the cast and I'm guessing production of Love and Marriage DC, because literally we've seen the first half of their season 2 nearly 1 year ago. And then the second half of Love and Marriage DC will be coming out in 2024. When have you ever seen such foolishness? So I'm guessing, this is just my guess, that there's been some drama and the higher ups, perhaps CK, allegedly, and in my opinion, could be on some get back, or like, I'm going to teach you a lesson, y'all young reality TV stars. This is just your second season. How dare you express your opinion and your thoughts? You know, I'll teach you. I won't show the second half of your season 2 season for another year. All right, so before I play this trailer, definitely the fair use portion of the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on this trailer is definitely allowed. And everything that I'm saying here is alleged and my opinion. Now, shout out to the sexy, smart, and kind DJ Richie Sky. He actually shared the trailer for Love and Marriage DC. And so we're going to go ahead and play it. I'm going to mute my mic so that you all don't experience an echo, and then I'll come back with my commentary. All right.
Raina, keep your hand on my face. Enemies, bitch. Enemies. I'm right here. Thank you for the negativity.
This season on Love and Marriage DC.
Welcome to DC.
You know, sometimes the claws come out.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't there, because it could have been bad.
So how you and Clifton doing? Clifton, I doing great.
What up, now?
So, you know, I started a beard oil, right? And I created a fragrance. We're working together on this. Carmen has been my PR publicist. We met on Ready to Love, right?
So now you're looking for love. Let me see your muscles. I mean, aren't we still a throuple?
I mean, apparently that's what everybody thinks. Carmen got a great personality. She's a good catch. And she was like, that beard oil should have been out.
The timing with the moving, with surgery.
Things like this you need to talk to me about.
I know my wife. She can be a jealous mom. Clifton might be heading down a slippery slope.
Why would she post a video of her and your husband multiple times? I ride or die for Carmen. Clifton ride or dies for Carmen.
The reality is, Clifton, we're really good friends. And out of respect, I'm friends with Joy.
It just doesn't look right.
You did the exact same thing Carmen and Clifton did.
He got really upset about some things that happened in the past in our marriage. Let's leave the past in the past and let's just move on.
Here we are 5 years later and you're seeing something online and then you get triggered from the past. Neither one of you are forgiven that completely.
I've been a therapist for 30 years.
I invited some more of my retired buddies.
It's okay to not be okay, right?
Well, it took me 6 months to kind of decompress.
How are you doing separating the police part with being a parent?
That's been my struggle.
Lord Jamie, he is hurting.
Why are you cussing at me though?
Because I'm pissed.
Because I'm not about to let you keep cussing at me.
It is what it is, man.
I see a lot of myself in little Jamie. I was hospitalized because I tried to commit suicide.
You never really know what people are going through.
His relationship with his father reminds me a lot of the relationship that I had with my mother.
No, you weren't there.
That is a blatant lie.
These are all things I have addressed in the book that you have not read.
This is going to be the kickoff to my book tour.
I got the guys here today to actually train the way the wrestlers train.
Ashley, maybe she feels some kind of way about Joy.
Like, what, jealousy?
Is it like a threat that we hear we came from another show?
Who the fuck do they think they are?
I'm hosting the Wizards game tonight.
Currently, I'm jealous of Joy. There's nothing about you, Joy, to be jealous about.
I hate that this even happened. Like, how did we even get here? Ask Ashley.
And I feel like you've kind of thrown yourself in the middle, and it's leaning more to Joy's side.
Both of you guys are my friends. I'm actually hurt with the Raina right now.
Hi, honey. Oh, hi, Click. At this point, it just feels like I'm in a depressive state. I never wanted to be a stay-at-home mom.
it is causing a deep depression. She requires so much. That's one of the hardest things that I have to deal with.
You gotta stop me from picking crap like this. You and I have been dating for a few months now. Things are going amazing. So I'm to the point where I'm comfortable enough. We're dating exclusively.
I think it's time for us to start to meet the family.
You sure this is Eric?
At what point were you like, dang, I gotta ask this girl out?
I want him to be more expressive.
I know your love language is words of affirmation.
It is.
He doesn't seem like a bad person, but just continue to take your time. I feel like love can blind you at times.
We're gonna get engaged. We're gonna get married. I want to plan a couples trip.
Everybody under one roof. How you feeling about that?
I can't wait.
Oh, this is cute.
I mean, so worst that could happen. Welcome to Winter Wonderland. I didn't hit his hand.
I tell my truth, do you? I tell my truth all the time.
I don't get in the middle of women's beefs.
That's you.
There's no beef.
The only people you have fucking animosity to in this group is people who've ever tried to help you.
They come to drama.
I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and that's just how I am.
Back the fuck up. Let's do that real quick.
I fought bitches bigger than Clifton.
And where's your husband?
I just want to enjoy the game.
And your wife is in here acting a goddamn fool.
Ashley's fine. Ashley's fine.
Stop talking about me, right?
I'm not fucking talking about you. Bye.
She.
And if I'm gonna feel by myself, then I'm gonna be by myself.
I told Joy watch her back with me. Because you the head bitch.
I've never in my life sat here and experienced such imbalance.
Who the fuck is 40 wearing blue fucking contacts in 2023?
What twilight zone are we fucking in right now?
There's nothing you have added to my life.
This shit is fucked up.
Lord, these people crazy, Lord.
I'm the same nigga that always got your back.
I'm going home.
Big bitch.
So be ready.
We enemies.
Ashley, you want to step outside?
So that was the trailer for the second half of season 2 of Love and Marriage DC. One thing that I can say, and of course we're going to get into Ashley Silva's tweets, I can see why she might be a little perturbed, because isn't she coming off like the bully? I mean, even going back to season 1, I felt like she gave Mean Girl vibes. I'm talking Lindsay Lohan, Regina George, of Mean Girl vibes. And so towards Winter. So now in season 2, she's like Mean Girl on steroids, and a lot of venom towards Joy. And, I also want to say, when it comes to Winter, I don't like how we had to wait almost towards the end to even see Winter. The first time that I watched this trailer, when they showed Winter, I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I almost forgot about her, that I would see her. The reason why that annoys me is because there would not even be a season 2 of Love and Marriage DC had it not been for Winter, because she totally carried this show season 1. Because Winter was separated from her husband that she met during Carnival 19, during the pandemic. So they were pretty much like dating virtually. She didn't realize that he was living with his parents. They got engaged and married really quickly. Then once they were married, she realized that, there was some financial trouble. And then, she was like filing for divorce. Her kids told her like, Mom, it's okay. He love bombed you, and I just felt like Winter was a vibe. And then she seems very free spirited and open-minded. And then the first half of season 2, they hardly showed her. In season 2, episode 1, they did not show her at all. So I just felt like that was a slap in the face, considering she carried season 1. Especially when production, they were making all of these predictions in their mind that Monique Samuels was going to carry season 1 of Love and Marriage DC. But she was so into trying to control our minds and control her edit that we saw like how mean she was to Chris Samuels. Then, she didn't want to come back season 2 because I'm guessing she knew, deep down that her marriage was over. She knew what she was going to do, that she was going to, give him the deuces. And so she did not want us to see that. She didn't want that to be documented. Sometimes I think she didn't want her divorce to be documented on a show that her kids could always go back and stream and watch. So I felt like that was why Monique Samuels pulled on out. But in any event, thank goodness for Winter Harris, because she carried season 1, and then they hardly showed her the first half of season 2. And it looks like that's how they're doing her for the second half as well. Now, I wanted to pose a question for you all who are moms. Now, I've always said that if I did ever get married and have kids, I would definitely always keep a job for a couple of reasons. One, I would never trust someone to just totally, like, my shelter, all of my needs being met solely in the hands of someone else, because I think to myself, I know this is not the most romantic, but I think to myself, what if the marriage ends? I'd have a 50% shot of it making it. I need to keep a job because I need to be able to always know how to like maintain and pay the bills on time to keep a roof over my head in case the marriage does not work out. And then number 2, I've thought to myself, if I had kids, I definitely want a job. I would not, and I know that may sound mean, but I just wouldn't want to be at home interacting with them every day. I'd rather pay for them to go to a daycare and I go to a job. I would need that break from them. I'm just keeping it 100, being honest. But for all of you moms out there, especially if any of you were stay-at-home moms, what did you think about the young lady? She was in the kitchen wearing the bonnet, talking to her husband, Black. I remember that was his nickname. He's like a music producer in the DMV area. But she was saying that being a stay-at-home mom puts her in a depressive state. What did you all think about her statement? Do you agree or can you relate? Do you think, even if you cannot relate, do you think that that's definitely reasonable or like a very much possible outcome for some women? I don't have children, of course, but in my opinion, I definitely see that as being a possible outcome. If you're like at home every day with the kids, you can't really have any sort of adult stimulation or conversation with children. And then, she may just want to get out there and earn her own money. Or it could be just having the one income. That could be really challenging, and that's depressive. Who knows what it all entails? But I wanted to pose that question to you all. All right, so now let's go ahead. I'm going to share my other screen that I have ready so that we can go over Ashley Silva's tweets. Okay, so... And I will say this, and shout out to Chef Don Don, because I think that he made a comment about her using her book for another storyline. And you know what? I have to remind myself that this is just the second half of season 2, because OWN has pushed back this show for nearly a year. It feels like we're about to watch season 3. So then it feels like her promoting her book is like her same storyline for 3 seasons, but it is on a continuum for 2 seasons. It's OWN that has not brought this show back for nearly a year. So then Ashley Silva says, a whole extended trailer has been posted for 6 days that we knew nothing about. The drop of the ball is laughable at this point. Y'all get these 11 episodes of me plus the reunion, then I'm back to my very real life. Then Black, who is the young lady who said staying at home puts her in a depressive state, her husband, Black said, the way the network and everyone attached has failed this show. Plus, they made us sit through a full season of Love and Marriage Detroit. Please don't leave the show. I don't want to be stuck watching. Ashley said it got too fake. So I believe she tried to go back and forth with Chef Don Don when he made a comment about her storyline. But so in her very first tweet about the extended trailer. So it sounds like production, they're not even communicating with the cast, allegedly, from Love and Marriage DC, because had they known about the trailer, they would have been sharing it on their Twitters, on their Instagram pages, so that they can let their followers know, hey, our show is coming back, in January. So they didn't even know. Remember, Carlos King went live on his YouTube channel a couple weeks ago, and he was saying in a few weeks, we're going to make an announcement about Love and Marriage DC. I made a video about him trying to gaslight the viewers of Love and Marriage Huntsville who were in his chat when they were like, why do you let the Scotts fake it on a reality TV show? I think I called it Carlos King defends the Scotts gaslighting much. I know I remember the gaslighting much part. But anyway, in that video, he says in a few weeks, we're going to make an announcement about Love and Marriage DC. Well, according to Ashley Silva, the extended trailer had dropped even prior to Carlos King's live, and they didn't even know, the cast. And then Ashley says, y'all got these 11 episodes of me plus the reunion. Then I'm back to my very real life. So that sounds like she is about to leave the show. Like she is totally done. She's checked out. She is over it. And then Black, her castmate, says, please don't leave. I don't want to be stuck watching, and then I guess they were pissed that the entire season 1 of Love and Marriage Detroit ran, plus their reunion, before they even brought Love and Marriage DC back. And I have to agree. I have to agree with the cast of Love and Marriage DC. And I'm just going to quickly give a very small commentary on Love and Marriage Detroit. Here in the Detroit area, for dozens and dozens of years, Black people would get jobs at the big three auto companies, Ford, GM, and Chrysler. My dad retired from a Ford plant. He was not like a white collar worker. He was blue collar. He worked on the assembly line. So he's not like one of the Black engineers that's here in the Detroit area. But my dad did retire from Ford. And, a lot of those Black men, they were able to send their kids to college off those plant jobs. They had good benefits, the whole shebang. So I was expecting a married couple, even if they were like going to be older, one of the more seasoned couples in their 50s or 60s, or even maybe not even, or maybe 40s, that was going to be from one of the big three, because that's like a thing here in the Detroit area. Then we have a couple of large online mortgage lenders in the Detroit area. There's, like Rocket Mortgage, formerly known as Quicken Loans. They have a huge presence in downtown Detroit. Lots of Black people, mortgage bankers for that company. It changes your life, even if you don't remain in that industry. It changes your life for the good and for the bad, because it is a very intense sales job. But so you get burnout. But the good side is hella good. So I was expecting Carlos King to cast a couple that at least one of them was a mortgage banker in the mortgage industry in the Detroit area. But Carlos King did not cast either type of couple for Love and Marriage Detroit. 2 of the 3 couples, the wives, were social media influencers. And then the one guy, Brandon, is a music producer. I wasn't familiar with him. So I just thought that was so strange. So I feel like that show was casted the wrong way. I think that Carlos, he wanted to totally be in control of the narrative. So he did not cast the type of couples that us Detroiters would say, oh, okay, so, the husband works at Chrysler, or the wife works at Chrysler, she's an engineer, or, this couple, they met at Rocket Mortgage. They were both mortgage bankers. They were bringing in 6 figures each year. None of that. So, he the way he casted the show is disconnected from Detroit culture. So, and as a result, not everybody was feeling Love and Marriage Detroit. It was like it was good for like the first month, and then it just started to fizzle out. I didn't even bother watching the reunion. But then obviously Carlos King knows how to get a show renewed because it's coming back for season 2. So like y'all, Ashley doesn't give like small blogger type of interviewee. She seems like she would just talk with like a DJ Richie Sky or Tasha K or Bondi Blue, like somebody huge, you know. But I would love to watch her do an interview. You know, I don't know if in their contracts they've signed NDAs where they can't drag production, but something is definitely on her mind. She is definitely upset about something. So I would love to find out, you know, what has happened, what is wrong. I have a feeling that it's more than just this huge gap in time before we've seen the second half of season 2. I feel like there was some sort of expression of complaints and then they were retaliated against. And then their second half of their show was not shown for nearly a year. That would be my guess. But I definitely hope that she does, you know, an interview and talks about it. Then Ashley Silva says, production forced drama and for the cast to be where they weren't wanted. Any fun we had, we cut to a very bare minimum. Is the group going to have any fun at all? I see the drama, which is to be expected, but I didn't know the trailer has been out for 6 days. So that is like a viewer of the show posing those questions. I didn't know the trailer had been out for a week. Are you all going to have any fun? And then Ashley Silva responded and said the production forced drama and for the cast to be where they didn't want to be. Now, we've definitely heard of production creating manufactured drama, not just on OWN, not just on Bravo, but even on Lifetime television for women with Dance Moms, Abby Lee Miller. She would always fuss and yell about producers allegedly manufacturing drama and creating it instead of it happening naturally, because definitely on Dance Moms, nothing had to be manufactured, okay? But I will say this. I do see a pattern of the person who is speaking out about production and registering their complaints. That is who production ends up not liking. Like Abby Lee Miller, I mean, the kids made the show and their moms, but it was still centered around Abby Lee Miller on Dance Moms. And allegedly production couldn't stand her because I think she would like go off on them, you know? And then those types of personalities production won't like. Like there's rumors that Quad allegedly curses out production on Married to Medicine. That is what Dr. Heavenly said on her YouTube channel. And then, you know, even on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, the season where the women went to Greece, that was a season, was Eva Marcille? No, I think that was after Eva Marcille. It was after their virtual reunion. So that would have been season 13 when they went to Greece. And production was actually showing footage. They inserted it in an episode where Nene was yelling at them and saying she wasn't going to film and y'all leave me alone and y'all can't do that. She was like walking off. So like when you're that personality, like what Ashley Silva is doing, then they're not going to like you. And then it just kind of goes downhill from there. And then in that trailer, Ashley Silva is getting this edit like the bully, you know, on steroids, like a Suge Knight level. So I imagine that she does not like that. Okay, so then we have, I'm going to start on the bottom with, this is DJ Quicksilva. He says, scrap the whole show. Nothing about it screams in real life. It definitely doesn't follow the real. And Winter Harris says, the one thing that sucks about Love and Marriage DC returning is that I have to relive my brief stint with Obama. This makes 2 Bamas in a row, and you guys won't get to see how beautifully my life has turned around in every area. So it sounds like she and the guy that she's dating in season 2, they have since broken up and she has to relive it. Well, Winter, that's reality TV, right? Like you film at one point, it gets edited, then it airs. And like any beefs that you resolved, you have to relive that and your castmates' confessionals. I mean, if that sucks, that's going to suck about all reality TV, right? But yeah, so it seems like the cast, they are extremely unhappy. You know, you all sound off in the comments. It sounds like it's really production based. So what do you all think about this? Please let me know, and definitely hit the like button on this video. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. I would love to have you. All right, y'all, I will talk with you soon, and you all take good care. Bye.